So, architecture aficionado or no?
It's a little bit reminiscent of Frog Fountain with the big columns or flutes.
And you would know about Frog Fountain, why?
I do know about Frog Fountain because I was a student at TCU and I would walk by the fountain going to class. Now sometimes you never knew, was there going to be somebody in the fountain? Or sometimes there were these suds that were coming out of the fountain. So there were lots of pranks pulled relative to the fountain.
You beat me to my question.
Yeah, lots of pranks.
So we're pretty close.
We are, Texas Health Fort Worth.
And walking distance.
It is.
Someday I'll invite you over for lunch, and then hopefully someday you'll invite me over.
Invite you over for lunch, sure.
And should we invite Joseph or no?
No, I think we ought to invite Joseph because he's going to pay for it.
He's going to pay, okay, well let's do that then.
We're here for another construction update, the Burnett School of Medicine. Today we're on our second floor, our library area. We've got study spaces that give it a view of the beautiful south side down to our front entry portico. And then something that's gone into the library up here that's a little special is the sound attenuation. And sound attenuation, fancy term for sound quietening. They're top acoustic panels, and they're from Switzerland. What's unique about these panels is they're perforated. Their job is to allow sound waves to pass into them, get trapped in the insulation behind, kind of quieten down that echo that sometimes you get in these larger spaces. You combine that with what's above us in the starry night, you get a very nice no echo room. It's a digital library, so there's not a lot of books. As you continue to work around, we've got some other nice enclosed study spaces, finally ending up with a beautiful view of our portico on our east elevation.
Well, once again, thank you for that fantastic update. So Barclay, when I arrived here, you were one of the first people I met, and then we put together a group of individuals that wanted to see this medical school take off, flourish, and became founding donors.
Even back when this was an idea, this whole part of North Texas, particularly Tarrant County and Fort Worth, were growing rapidly. Today, 8.1 million people in North Texas. When you look at the number of medical schools that we had in North Texas versus some of the other cities, large cities around the country, it became real clear that we were not investing as much as they were in creating that resource. It was really a no-brainer when TCU decided to move in this direction.
I think you're making a difference in regards to actually training locally physicians, and we know when we train them, where they train, somewhere around 80% in Texas stay where they train.
So that's why, working with my board, we decided to step into a larger role in graduate medical education. We always had a program at our hospital in Dallas, but we really expanded and created a general surgery program here at Texas Health Fort Worth, an internal medicine program here.
Our students now are being trained both at Texas Health Resource Hospitals, other hospitals. We had one of our students this year, and they match.
Sarah Persons, our first TCU medical student.
It's unbelievable.
We had, I think, 55 slots available this year, all filled first day of the match.
So recently, you now have become the second level 1 trauma center in Fort Worth.
We were delighted to actually get level 1 designation by the American College of Surgeons. We've been level 2 for years and years and years, and as you know, there's not a whole lot of difference between level 1 and level 2, except for that academic piece. So it was really creating that surgery residency program that allowed us to check a couple more boxes to move up to level 1.